evening. Macau has registered a new case of COVID-19 after more than 200 days. The patient tested positive after arriving at the Macau International Airport late last night with 108 others. The authority stresses that the new case poses no impact on the local community.
On the eve of the COVID-19 anniversary, the tarmac of the Macau International Airport was filled with police cars, ambulances, and shuttle buses. Authorities and medical personnel awaited the arrival of 109 residents coming from Tokyo. They took two different flights, carrying 63 and 46 passengers respectively. It was foggy when the first flight landed at about 8 p.m. The passengers from the first flight all tested negative for the coronavirus. Everything seemed to go smoothly until the second flight landed at around 9:15 p.m. One of the passengers tested positive, making her the 47th confirmed COVID-19 case in the SAR. Health authorities have revealed the 43-year-old woman was in the UK before flying to Dubai, where she stayed for almost a month. From Dubai, she flew to Singapore on Tuesday before arriving at Tokyo yesterday. When she boarded the plane in Tokyo, she was able to present a clean COVID-19 test result conducted within 72 hours. But after arriving at Macau, she had 2 rapid tests and 1 regular test, all showing positive results. The patient is asymptomatic.
The person might not have been infected when she got tested, or it's possible that she's in her early stage of the incubation period, or maybe she contracted the virus during her journey. It's also possible that she was infected way before and is currently in the recovery stage or in the later stage of asymptomatic infection.
The 47th case is now in the isolation ward of the public hospital. There were 8 other passengers who was considered her close contacts. All are under observation at the Public Health Clinical Center in Caloocan.
The contacts of this person. In the past period, she has been alone and has no close contact in daily life. The close contacts are merely the passengers on the same flight of the AIR MACAU NX867. These are a total of 8 people that sat the 2 rows before or behind the patient. These 8 people were sent to the Public Health Clinical Center for a 21-day medical observation. The first nucleic acid test results of these people showed negative results.
The authorities assure that the passengers were all isolated and did not come in contact with the public. Their luggage was also disinfected multiple times. All of the returnees will be closely monitored during their 21-day quarantine, and 3 COVID-19 tests will be conducted during this period. The authority is currently running gene sequencing to determine whether the virus in the new patient is a variant strain.
We are already doing the gene sequencing now. The result will be out in 1 or 2 days. Then we will know whether it's a variant strain. Second, we will check for antibodies. We will specifically analyze the antibodies and the changes in her conditions after she was hospitalized, so as to determine her situation. However, no matter which situation she's in, based on the current epidemic control measures, it does not cause threats to our community. It also does not affect the health of residents. Residents do not have to be too worried about it. We have sufficient plans and sufficient capacity to handle this patient.
All government personnel that were involved in the operation last night will be tested 3 times for the virus. The cabin crew is also sent for a 21-day quarantine, together with the remaining 100 returnees at the Grand Caloocan Resort. Officials reiterate that since the returnees have been isolated, the public do not need to worry.
The patient was discovered in a controlled environment and during the quarantine period, so it will not affect traffic between Macau and the mainland, and the circuit breaker measure will not be activated. Generally, it will only be activated when several cases or cluster cases occur in the community. Actually, imported cases which are discovered under the closed-loop management will not affect the current border crossing arrangement.
Last night's returnees would have to undergo an additional 7 days self-health management, which officials say is an added precaution.